Good day, sir. This is my laboratory activity 4.1 sentence statistics. I am going to write a program that reads maximum of 200 characters including space and produces 6 statistics about that line. Use string.h functions such as strlen, strcpy, strcmp, and strcat, where they simplify the work and manual character by character scanning where appropriate. The task is to print a total number of visible characters in the line. Next is count how many words the line contains a word in any consecutive sequence of English letter. Next is count how many vowels and consonants appear inside those words. Print if the line's first word and last word are identical. Remove all non-letter characters. Convert the rest to the same case and report if the resulting string reads the same forward and backward or otherwise. And lastly, output the entire original line in reverse order, character and not by word. So let's start by the 3 important libraries. First is the sharp include stdio h for the input and output function. Next is the sharp include string h for the string function, and then sharp include c type h for character function to low convert the capital letters to lowercase, and then let's define max underscore len with 200 max character, 200 for the maximum characters the user can input, and extra 1 for the null terminator. And next, we're going to create a function to check if a character is an English letter and a capital letter of A to Z and a small letter of A to Z. So let's put int is underscore letter, open parenthesis a car, slash open braces, going to put return, open parenthesis C is greater or equal to capital A, and small letter c is less than or equal to capital Z, and or we're going to use c greater or equal to small letter a, and c is equal to letter C. Then it comes the semicolon. Next, we're going to create the function to check if the character is a vowel. So we're going to put in is underscore vowel, open parenthesis car C, and then brace. Next, we're going to declare that the C is equal to lower C. This will convert the capital letter into lowercase to simplify the comparison. Next, return C is equal to small letter k and C is equal to if C is equal to I, C is equal to O, small letter O, and then lastly, C is equal to B, and then the semicolon. Next, we're going to create the function to print a string in a reverse character order. So we're going to put void reverse underscore string open parenthesis const char str, and then braces, which is the braces. Next is we're going to get the length of the input string, so we're going to use int length is equal to str len str, and then semicolon. Next, we're going to initialize for int is equal to int I is equal to len minus 1 semicolon I is greater or equal to 0 semicolon, and then I minus then go. This is for this line is to start from the end and look backward. Next is we're going to put char open parenthesis str bracket I, and then to print each character in reverse. Then lastly, we're going to put char open parenthesis new line semicolon to end with a new line. Next, we're going to start an int main, then open parenthesis and bracket. Next, we're going to declare a char line bracket of max underscore length semicolon to input buffer for the user sentence. Next, we're going to prompt the user to input we're going to ask the user to input a sentence. We're going to add printf is enter a line with a maximum of 200 characters close parenthesis, and then a colon and a new line, then semicolon. Next, we're going to use fgets line comma max underscore length comma st then, and then a semicolon to read full input in line including space. Next, we're going to remove a new line if the character is present. So size underscore p length is equal to str line open parenthesis line, and then semicolon to get the actual string length. Next is we're going to initialize line minus 1 equal to basis, and then we're going to use if there's a new line at the end of the input, and then use this line minus 1 Now, equal to now. And then semicolon. This line will replace the new line with the string terminator, and then len minus 2 update the length. This one will update the length to exclude the new line. Next, now we're going to print the total number of usable characters including the null. So this is the first task. So first we're going to print f total usable characters open parenthesis including this one 0 and then close parenthesis and then column. We're going to use percent .zu new line, then comma, it's gonna be len plus 1. So you notice I've used percent .zu. Percent .zu is an unsigned integer type that depends on the system. It asks printf to properly handle the size and format of this unsigned. So next we're going to initialize the counters and the string buffers. We're going to use int in underscore word to 0 to next is int word underscore count to 0. Next is int vowel is equal to 0 and consonant is equal to 0. This will flag to trap if we're inside a word, and then this line will count the total number of the word found in a sentence, and this one is a counter for the vowels and consonants in a word and in a sentence. Next, we're going to put car first underscore word with 101 maximum characters, and then semicolon. Next is car last underscore word, still the same with 101 maximum characters. Next is a car current word underscore word with 101 maximum characters, and then int underscore is equal to 0. So this line will buffer to store the first word. This is for the last word, and this one is for the current word being processed, and this one is for the index for building a current word. It's the index for building the current word. Now that's for the task 1. For the task 2 is to make a loop to each character to find the word and count letters of each word or the line. So we're going to use initialize for int I is equal to 0 semicolon I is less than or equal to len semicolon and I plus plus. Open the braces. Next we're going to add car C is equal to the line bracket I. This is for the current characters. Now if we're going to use if letter Attendances. If the letter is inside the word, this will read if the letter is inside the word. If in word, and then in underscore word. Next equal to 1. Next is CW index is equal to 0. Now this if will read if the letter is inside the word. This if is if the previous letter is outside the word, and this one is we just enter a new word, and then this one will reset the index for the current word. Now, for the current word, to add a character to the current word, we're going to put current underscore word bracket CW underscore index plus plus is equal to C semicolon, or else going to put if the word in underscore word is equal to 0, current word underscore index is equal to now for the else, this line is if now this one if the character is in the ending word now, and then this one will mark will mark if we are now at the outside of the word, and then this one will terminate the current word string, and then this last line will count the word. This will work to count the word. Next is to save the first word and always update the last word. So we're going to if word underscore count is equal to 10, going to str cpy first word current underscore word. And next is cpy last underscore word, comma, and then current underscore word. Now, if to save the first word and always update the last word, we're going to use strcpy open parenthesis first word and then the current word. This will copy and save it to the first word and store it permanently, and then the next strcpy last word and current word will always update the last word and runs every time a word ends. So by the end of the loop, it holds the last word and counter. And next, we're going to count the vowels and consonant inside every word. So we're going to use for int j is equal to 0, semicolon j is less than cw underscore index semicolon and j plus plus. After initiation, if it is a vowel, we're going to open a bracket, and then we're going to if this underscore vowel is a current underscore word J, and then vowel plus plus. Semicolon, then we're going to else consonant plus plus semicolon. Now, if the word is, if this will initiate, this for is initiation, initialize for a vowel letter, and if a vowel is found in the current word, it will increment the count for the vowel, or else it will increment if it's consonant. Now, going on. Just going to place it in each other. Going on. Just going to place it in each other. Next, going on. Just going to place it in each other. Going on. Just going to place it in each other. For the task 3, we are going to output word count, vowels, and consonant. So, it's going to put printf word count, and using %b to store the word, the count of the word inside the sentence. So, new line and then comma, word, underscore count, and then semicolon. This will display the total number of words. Next is printf vowels. Using %b, new line, to store the vowels, new line, and then comma, vowels, and semicolon. This will display the total vowel count in a sentence or a word. Next is printf consonant. Using %b, new line, to store the count for the total consonant count. And done with that, to output the words, number of words, consonant, and vowel. Now next we're going to the task 4. We're going to compare the first and last word to know if they were identical. So we're going to put int identical is equal to 1. So in this line, we're going to assume that the words are identical unless we find a mismatch. So next we're going to put if when first underscore word is str last underscore word. and then open this. Identical. Okay. So in here, if the first word and the last word is not matched, then then it is not identical, and with its different length, they can't be identical. So the identical is still equal to 0. And else, we're going to put else. This is going to initialize for int is equal to I. Int I is equal to 0, semicolon. Next is first word I, semicolon, and I plus plus. Another braces, open braces, is if to lower the first word I is not equal to the two lower last double bracket identical is equal to 0. And then break. Here, to know if the first word and the second word and the last word is identical, we measure it by length. So we're going to, in here there is if the first word and the last word is not same in length, they can't be identical. Or else, we are going to compare each character in lowercase to know if the first word and the last word is identical. But if any character differs, they are not the same. So the identical count is still 0. Then we're going to print F first and last words are, we're going to use %s new line to store if the first and last word is identical, or not. They were identical or different. Going to put here and then here. And then this one. And then semicolon. Now we're going to the task 5, which is to create a string with only lowercase letters for palindrome check. So first we're going to, what is palindrome? Palindrome is a word, phrase, number, or a sequence that reads the same forward and backward, ignoring space and punctuation. So for the task 5, we're going to put car letters underscore only with 201 maximum characters for a clear input, and then because it requires only 4 letters. And then next we're going to put int equal to 0, and then semicolon. This means this index is for letters only. And then we're going to initiate for int I is equal to 0, semicolon, I is less than len, semicolon, I plus plus, brace, if the letter or this letter in the line I letter only letter is equal to the two lower line I, and then semicolon. Now this one is for the current character. This one is if the current character is a letter, and then this line will convert them to lowercase, then store them. Next is we're going to add letter on V, and then plus plus is equal to this line. In this line, we're going to the null will terminate if the clean string. So we're going to put int is palindrome is equal to 1, semicolon. We're going to assume it's palindrome unless it's not matched, like for the identical with the previous function. Next, we're going to initialize for int I is equal to 0, semicolon. My bad, it's int I is equal to 0, comma, j is equal to LO, index, letter only index, and then -1, semicolon, and I is less than j, semicolon, and then I plus plus, comma, j minus. And then we're going to open another brace for the if letter underscore only the I is not equal to the letter underscore only j, then we're going to open a brace again for is underscore palindrome is equal to 0, semicolon, and then break. Next, we're going to printf the letter only string is going to use %s palindrome to store if the string, the letter only string is a palindrome or not. And then of course semicolon. Next, for the last task, we're going to print the original input in reverse by character. So we're going to put print start reverse line semicolon, and then we're going to put reverse underscore string line inline to call helper function to print in reverse. Then of course we're going to put return 0 to exit the program. Just put it here. Now, let's try if the code would run. Again, let's try. And we're going to put this. The big brown fox jumps over the lazy dog's nose. We're going to enter. Now, you can see the total visible characters including word count is 12. Next is the vowel 15. The consonant is 32. The first and last word are different. It's for the task 4. Task 5 is the letter only string is not a palindrome since the words cannot be read backward and forward if it's in reverse. And then your in reverse time is this one. So that's it.